Life will test you. It'll hit you when you least expect it. It'll throw storms your way that make you question everything, your strength, your purpose, even your faith. You'll have nights when the weight of the world feels too heavy to carry, mornings when getting out of bed feels like a battle of its own, and moments when you wonder if God still hears your prayers. But let me tell you something, those moments aren't the end of your story. They're the beginning of your breakthrough. You see, life isn't about avoiding the battle. It's about learning how to stand tall in the middle of it. It's about trusting that even when everything around you feels broken, there's still a plan unfolding. One that's bigger than your pain, deeper than your fear, and stronger than your doubt. You may not understand the season you're in right now, but what if I told you that the same pain trying to break you is actually building you? That every tear, every scar, every setback is pushing you closer to the purpose you were born to fulfill. This message isn't for the ones who have it all figured out. It's for the ones who are tired, the ones who are fighting battles nobody else can see, the ones who are holding on by a thread but still refusing to let go. Because the truth is, God does his best work in the middle of chaos. And if you can just hold your faith through the storm, if you can just trust that the pain has a purpose, then victory is already on its way. So don't you dare quit now. Don't let fear silence your faith. Don't let the weight of the battle make you forget who's fighting beside you. You're stronger than you think, braver than you know, and closer to your breakthrough than you realize. Stay with me till the end of this message, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you face your next fight. This isn't just motivation. It's a reminder that no matter how dark life gets, your faith will always light the way. Life is a battlefield, not a playground. Every day you wake up, you step into a fight. The fight for your faith, your peace, your purpose, and your destiny. Life will hit you hard, sometimes without warning. It'll test your patience, your strength, and your belief in yourself and in God. The truth is, you can't walk through life expecting everything to be easy. There will be moments when you're on your knees, moments when you're tired, confused, and ready to quit. But that's when you must remember, battles build warriors. Every great victory requires a fight, and every fighter learns who they really are when the pressure is on. In the battlefield of life, comfort is the enemy of growth. You can't become strong without resistance. You can't develop faith without storms. Every challenge you face is designed to prepare you for what's coming next. The struggle isn't there to punish you. It's there to train you. Every setback is a lesson in disguise, every obstacle an opportunity for strength. Sometimes life will strip away everything that's familiar just to show you that your true power was never in what you lost. It was always in what you carried within. The battlefield reveals the warrior in you that peace never could. When you're in the middle of the fight, it's easy to feel like you're alone, but you're not. God is right there in the trenches with you, even when you can't feel him. He's not always silent because he's absent. Sometimes he's silent because he's watching you grow. He's watching you use the tools he already gave you: faith, courage, resilience, and prayer. The fight you're in is not to defeat you, it's to define you. It's showing you that you're stronger than the fear trying to break you. Life's battles are never easy, but they're necessary. You can't win the war for your destiny by running from the fight. You have to stand firm, knowing that every blow you take, every scar you earn is proof that you're still in the game. The pain you feel now will become the strength you rely on later. You were never promised an easy life. You were promised victory if you don't give up. And victory only comes to those who stay in the fight. Trusting God in the battle of life means believing even when nothing makes sense, when the storm is loud, and when the road ahead is dark. It's easy to trust when things are going your way, but real faith is tested when everything feels like it's falling apart. When you're facing battles you didn't ask for, when doors close, when people walk away, and when plans crumble. That's when trust becomes real. Trusting God isn't about seeing the outcome. It's about knowing that even when you can't trace his hand, you can trust his heart. It's choosing to believe that he's working behind the scenes, moving pieces you can't see and aligning things in your favor, even when it looks like you're losing. In every storm, there's a moment where doubt whispers louder than faith. You'll question if you're on the right path, if the pain has a purpose, if God still remembers you. That's when you have to silence those voices and lean into your faith. You have to remind yourself that God's plan doesn't require your understanding, requires your obedience and trust. Sometimes He closes doors because what's behind them isn't meant for you. Sometimes He delays blessings because He's still preparing you to receive them. And sometimes He allows battles not to hurt you, but to strengthen your dependence on Him. Trusting God in your battle doesn't mean standing still and doing nothing. It means walking forward with faith, even when every step feels uncertain. It's waking up every day and saying, I don't know how this will work out, but I know who's working it out. It's replacing fear with faith and frustration with prayer. The truth is, you'll never understand everything God is doing, but you can be sure that He never wastes pain. Every struggle, every tear, every delay has purpose written all over it. When you trust God fully, the weight of the battle doesn't disappear, but your strength to carry it grows. You begin to see that every hardship was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to draw you closer to Him. And the moment you stop trying to control everything and let Him lead, that's when peace starts to rise within you. The fight may still rage on, but your heart will stand still, anchored in the confidence that God's plan will always be greater than your pain. Faith doesn't grow in comfort. It grows in conflict. When life is easy, you don't need faith to get through the day. But when the ground shakes beneath your feet, when everything seems uncertain, that's when faith steps in. The battlefield of life is where your belief is tested, stretched, and strengthened. It's in the moments of pain, confusion, and silence that you learn what true faith really is. Faith isn't just saying you believe. It's standing firm when every voice around you tells you to give up. It's holding on when the evidence says you've already lost. Faith is the quiet fire that refuses to die, even when the winds of doubt blow hard against it. When you face your hardest seasons, you begin to see that faith isn't about feelings. It's about decision. You may not feel strong, but faith says, keep going. You may not see progress, but faith says, trust the process. You may not understand the pain, but faith says, there's purpose in it. The truth is, you can't build unshakable faith without being shaken. The storms you go through aren't meant to destroy you. They're meant to teach you how to stand. You don't discover how strong your faith is until life gives you no choice but to use it. Sometimes God allows the storm not to test your weakness, but to reveal your strength. Every time you refuse to quit, your faith grows deeper. Every time you keep believing when there's no reason to, heaven takes notice. Faith in the battle is like light in the darkness. It may not end the night, but it helps you find your way through it. That's why faith is powerful. It gives you something the world can't take away: hope. Even when you don't have the answers, faith keeps you moving. The truth about faith is that it's not about escaping the fight. It's about enduring it with courage. It teaches you that you don't need to see the whole staircase to take the next step. You just need to trust that each step, no matter how painful, is leading you somewhere better. And when you walk by faith, not by sight, the battle no longer defines you. The victory within you does. Every battle you face is preparing you for something greater, even when it doesn't feel like it. Pain has a purpose, though it rarely reveals itself in the moment. When you're struggling, when everything feels heavy, it's hard to see beyond the chaos. But every hardship you endure is shaping you, molding you, refining you into the person you were meant to become. Growth never happens in ease. It happens in discomfort. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Muscles are built through resistance, and faith is strengthened through struggle. Every time you walk through fire and come out stronger, you're being built for something your comfort could never give you. Life's toughest seasons are often the classrooms where God teaches His greatest lessons. He uses challenges to strip away what's unnecessary, to expose what's weak, and to strengthen what's essential. You may lose people, opportunities, or moments that mattered to you, But what you gain is endurance, perspective, and resilience. The pain you feel today is not random, it's preparation. Sometimes you're not being punished, you're being positioned. You're being trained to handle the blessings that are waiting for you on the other side of your struggle. Because if you received everything too early, you wouldn't have the strength or the wisdom to keep it. Preparation often looks like hardship because that's where transformation happens. The battle is where you discover your capacity, your courage, and your calling. You start realizing that what tried to break you was actually building you. Every tear watered your strength, every failure taught you humility, every delay reminded you that timing matters more than speed. Growth doesn't feel good while it's happening, but it's the very thing that makes victory worth it. When you're in the fight, you may not understand why things are happening, but one day you'll look back and realize that every setback was setting you up for something greater. The truth is, without the battle, you wouldn't be ready for the blessing. Without the struggle, you wouldn't know how to handle success. You can't become who you're destined to be if you're not willing to go through the process of becoming. So when life gets hard, don't curse the challenge. Embrace it. It's not breaking you. It's building you into someone stronger, wiser, and ready for the next level of your destiny. When life gets tough and the battle feels endless, prayer is not your last resort, it's your greatest weapon. Prayer is what keeps your spirit alive when your body is tired, your mind is heavy, and your heart is broken. It's your direct line to strength that's beyond your own. When you can't find answers, when no one understands your pain, when you feel like giving up, that's the moment you need to fall to your knees and talk to God. Because prayer changes things, but more importantly, prayer changes you. It gives you peace in chaos, courage in fear, and clarity in confusion. Prayer isn't about begging. It's about trusting that even when you don't see a way, God already made one. Every great battle in life has been won not by the strongest, but by the one who stayed grounded in faith through prayer. When you pray, you're not asking for life to be easy. You're asking for the strength to endure it. You're saying, God, I can't do this alone, but with you, I can handle whatever comes. That humility, that surrender, that trust, it's powerful. It's what keeps you standing when everything around you is falling apart. Sometimes the answer doesn't come instantly, and that's where faith is tested. Prayer isn't about controlling outcomes. It's about aligning yourself with divine timing. The delay doesn't mean denial, it means preparation. When you pray through your pain, you remind yourself that the battle doesn't belong to you. It belongs to God. You're not fighting alone. Even when you don't see it, He's working. Even when you don't feel it, He's moving. Prayer brings you into alignment with that truth. It turns your focus away from the problem and back to the one who can solve it. It gives you strength to keep fighting, hope to keep believing, and peace to keep walking forward. In the middle of your battles, prayer becomes your armor. It shields you from doubt. It strengthens your faith. And it reminds you that no matter how dark it gets, you're never alone. When you make prayer your habit, victory becomes your lifestyle. Because prayer doesn't just change your circumstances, it transforms your heart, your mindset, and your entire outlook on life. It's the foundation that keeps you unshaken, even when the world around you trembles. Endurance in the battle of life isn't about never feeling tired, afraid, or uncertain. It's about moving forward despite all those things. It's the decision to keep showing up, to keep fighting, even when your body aches, your heart is heavy, and your mind is telling you to quit. Endurance isn't built overnight, it's forged through pressure, pain, and persistence. It's the quiet strength that refuses to surrender when everything seems lost. You don't need to be perfect to endure, you just need to be consistent. Every step you take, no matter how small, is proof that you haven't given up. The people who reach greatness aren't always the fastest or the most talented. They're the ones who kept going when others stopped. Endurance requires faith because there will be days when you don't see progress, when it feels like all your effort is in vain. But that's when endurance matters most. It's not about what you see, it's about what you believe. When you trust that your pain has purpose, you can push through it. When you believe that your struggle is shaping your strength, you can keep walking through the storm. Life will test your patience. It will stretch you, challenge you, and sometimes even break you. But endurance is what helps you rise again. Every setback becomes a setup for something stronger. Endurance is built in silence, in those lonely moments when nobody's watching, when you're battling your doubts in the dark. That's where true character is formed. The world celebrates the victory, but God sees the struggle. He sees the tears you hide, the prayers you whisper, and the effort you give when no one acknowledges it. That's where endurance grows, in the unseen. Because endurance is faith in motion. It's saying, I'm not quitting, no matter how long it takes. The beauty of endurance is that it turns pain into power. It teaches you that the same fire meant to destroy you can refine you. Every time you choose to endure, you're telling the world that your faith is stronger than your fear, your purpose is greater than your pain, and your story isn't over yet. You may bend, but you won't break, because endurance doesn't just help you survive the battle, it makes you victorious through it. Life is a battlefield, and every one of us is fighting something: pain, loss, fear, uncertainty. But the truth is, you were never meant to fight alone. Every scar, every tear, every sleepless night has been shaping you into the warrior you were destined to become. The journey was never supposed to be easy, but it was always meant to make you stronger. The battle you're in right now may look impossible, but remember, it's not the size of the fight that determines your victory. It's the size of your faith. You've got to trust that even in the chaos, God is still in control. You might be walking through the fire, but that same fire is refining you, preparing you for the blessing that's waiting on the other side. Don't let the pain fool you into thinking you've been abandoned. You haven't been forgotten, you're being formed. Sometimes God has to take you through the valley so you can appreciate the mountain. The storm won't last forever. It's just passing through to water the seeds of your strength. Keep fighting, keep believing, keep praying. Because the moment you decide not to quit, you've already won half the battle. Every delay, every disappointment, every challenge is leading you towards something greater than you can see right now. You just have to hold on a little longer. So as you walk away from this message today, lift your head up. You've survived too much to doubt how strong you are now. Whatever you're facing, don't quit. Trust God. He didn't bring you this far to leave you now. Your breakthrough might not come when you want it, but it'll always come right on time. Keep your faith, keep your focus, and keep your fire burning. Because the same God who brought you through your past battles will carry you through this one too. I want to leave you with this. Your pain has a purpose. Your struggle has meaning, and your fight has value. You're not walking alone. God is right there in the middle of your battle. So keep pushing, keep believing, and keep standing tall. You've got this. May strength follow your steps, peace guard your heart, and faith light your way. Good luck on your journey, and thank you for listening. Stay strong and never stop fighting for the victory that's already yours.